You should watch First to Third because of your commitment to excellence.
Drunken debauchery.
Athletic achievement.
PBR.
Competition.
Women.
Money.
Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat or the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him.
Kickballer, save $20 at customink.com. Check it out.
Follow the full schedule of the circuit at thisiskickball.com.
America's Gold Medal Kickball Podcast, First to Third, coming at you.
Go USA.
We're getting our asses kicked.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Proud to be an American.
Proud to be an American.
No, we are tied
Whatever.
for medals. They just have more gold.
The golds are the only one
They
that
have
count,
more
right?
golds, but we are tied. I checked.
Yeah, but who cares who has more
of.
bronze medals?
Kazakhstan.
We have more athletes in the Olympics than China does.
Would we win the gold medal in kickball?
Oh, obviously.
Yes.
It was a co-ed sport.
It is a co-ed sport.
Or would Spain or Mexico surprise us all?
Spain
Actually,
and
Spain's
Mexico would
soccer
not
team can't
surprise
do
us.
shit.
No, America would totally rock.
We would torch
And then
them.
we'd party harder than everybody else.
Because
Yeah,
I think
the Olympic Village would be trouble if we showed up.
I think the Olympic Village is already a huge party. If I were in the Olympics, I'd really like to get my event out of the way early. I'd be like one of the athletes that's done in like the first few days so that I could just hang out in the Olympic Village and party.
Well, that's what they say in that article that came out, that swimmers are the worst because they're done early, and then they get to party the rest of the time.
Heck,
Oh,
in
yeah,
college,
dude.
all the swimmers I was looking out with, they always went out the hardest. I'll give them that. Track folks, we didn't do that much partying.
I don't know.
We
dude.
did for soccer.
Those Olympic athletes go through bushels of condoms is all I'm going to say about that.
Well, anyways, in the world of kickball, we had a few moments we wanted to get together and talk about the latest. What was the last show we did?
Meatballs
Meatballs.
The mighty
with
Meatballs.
Chaz and MK.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Wonderful meatballs.
Hysterical. Good episode. I liked it.
Yeah, don't forget if you attended the DCKO, the deadline to claim your circuit points is the 18th of August. So all the teams that have not planned to go to New Orleans, sign up soon so you get your spot. We still got 25 teams going to the Cup in New Orleans, so it's already going to be a really tough tournament. But more teams are expected to sign up after DCKO. And coming up in August, we've got the New York Kickball Open, 4th annual.
Hell yeah, home
Looking forward
tournament.
to that. We'll get to that.
You ready to be in home base?
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully.
Ready to sleep in my own bed for once.
Right? That's the best.
It is a luxury.
It isn't very nice.
But then also in August, we've got the first annual Kickball by the Bay Classic. So for all you West Coast folks who always ask for more West Coast tournaments, well, head your butt to Redwood City on August 18th. And right now we've got 6 teams signed up. It's, again, August 18th. Registration closes on the 11th. So we're hoping to get 10 or more teams to compete. But we'll get to that in a second. But right now, Oakley, I don't even see you guys signed up for the New York Kickball Open.
We're signed up. We paid our deposit.
Are you?
Yeah.
Probably on page 2 then.
Check your sources, man.
I take that back.
What?
We're good to go. We got most of the team registered on the site and paid our deposit. We'll pay the balance this week. We're ready to go, man. It's gonna be a blast.
Now, excuse my ignorance on this question, but have the Showerhammers won the New York tournament yet in the past 4 years?
We've only played in one, and we lost to OSC in the semis last year.
Okay. I didn't know. That wasn't a dig. I promise. Honest to goodness, didn't know. So this is you're hoping to bring it home.
Yeah. I mean, we expect to win every tournament we play in. Whether or not that's what happens remains to be seen, but we'll be ready. I mean, everyone's healthy. Everyone's ready to go. We do have a couple of our lovely shower hammers are getting married that weekend in Colorado, so that will deplete our ranks a little bit. But we got a couple of ringers we're bringing in from around the city, and we should be good to go.
Awesome. Very cool. I'll run through the list really quick. No predictions or anything, but just maybe folks recognize them. A Little Bunt and Grind, Boston Massacre, Bring Your Own Balls, Bunt Pitches, Get Money. That's a good one. I like that one. Cookie Monster Ballers. I guess they're playing off of the Call Me Maybe spoof that Cookie Monster did. Dirty Pirate Hookers. I Just Kid. Good old DeMattis. Legit. Lock It Up. Another New York team. No Dead Weight. The Shower Hammers. OSC out of D.C. And then Shockwave also out of D.C.
Oh, nice.
Most recently, Shockwave won the Chocolate City Kickball Classic out in Bowie, Maryland, defeating J. Crew, right?
Yep, J. Crew in the final,
Yeah.
OSC in the semi. Did you guys play in that?
Yep.
How was
Yeah,
it?
I did.
What'd you think?
Let me tell you. Dirt.
Yeah, dirt.
rough.
Field.
Okay, there's three things. Dirt is rough because the ball just rolls like crazy. The guys have a bunt line that the ball has to go basically past this line. They have it, I think it's right before third, or it is third base, so you can't have any short bunts. And then the pitch count is completely different. Fouls count as strikes. And that was rough because you didn't get a chance to just kind of collect yourself. You try a bunt down third, you foul, you wait for your next pitch, it's a strike, you got to take the next one. It was rough. I mean, it was hard, but it was fun. But I like
cool.
turf and circuit better. Yeah, turf and circuit's way better in my opinion. I don't.
Yeah, how many teams?
We
8, 10, 20?
No, not 20. I want to say 12, maybe.
Very cool.
Wow, and a
Anybody from
$3,000 prize.
was it only
That's-
DC teams or anybody from out of
DC, Maryland, Virginia. There was a team from St. Louis, Big Balls something.
Yeah.
They came in from St. Louis, but other than that, and there were two other teams that I didn't recognize, but J. Crew, Recess, Rebels, Deja Vu, Shockwave. So
Very cool.
some circuit teams were there.
Well, yeah, so those are the teams right now for the New York tournament. I think we'll probably end up with maybe up to 20. There's a lot of teams that have expressed interest. I don't know what the final count will be.
Yeah, Colin's hoping
but
for 20.
for those of you going, yeah, I think so too. The fields are great. I should clarify if you're watching this, we're playing on grass. We're not going to be on the turf fields unless it rains. But yeah, we're going to be playing on grass. So everybody who thinks they're playing on turf again, you're
Well,
not.
so what happened last year, if you'll remember, long-time viewers and listeners will remember that last year we were supposed to play on grass, but the New York City Parks Department did not water any of the grass fields for like 3 months, and they all died. So at the last minute, while Colin, I think, was in Mexico or somewhere traveling, he gets an email from the Parks Department that his permits have been canceled. But he managed to work it out so that he could get the turf fields instead in a nice little piece of negotiating jiu-jitsu, which saved the day. But so hopefully these permits are good to go this time and we don't have any of the same hassles. But it should be an improved tournament. I know Colin got a really nice bar that incidentally is about a block from my apartment. And we got a whole event room.
Everybody.
Just for us, and so it should be great.
So everyone's crashing at your place after the bar?
Negative.
We'll do a live first to third from your apartment.
Good luck with that. I'll run that by Amy.
So admin. Sorry. Will this be? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be there. Will this be streaming?
Yes. So watchkickball.com, we thought we had the new and improved watchkickball.com for DCKO, and the gadget we bought failed miserably. So we actually turned it back. We returned it, and I've built it looks like a bomb, but it's a suitcase traveling kit now for the new Watch Kickball. Let's say attempt number 2. But yeah, we'll have it streaming. We should have power at the fields. And then if we don't have power at the fields, we'll at least have everything going for the finals on a cell phone or something. We'll definitely get it out there. It's really tough. Reynolds Island Doesn't have that much power, but we're going to do everything we can to coordinate it, and then hopefully we'll be good to go. The kickball by the Classic, by the Bay Classic in San Francisco likely will not have power or not have watched kickball. We'll see. We're still trying to figure that part out. But, stay tuned.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for it.
And then other news, August 18th, I mentioned it briefly, the Redwood City Kickball by the Bay Classic. We've got 6 teams signed up right now. It should be a really good one. Cobra Kai, some of you might recognize of going to a lot of the East Coast tournaments. A lot of those guys are based out of Oregon, the Pacific Northwest, and so they're signed up. But I don't know if they're going to travel with a lot of the teams from a lot of the players from Jacksonville, but we'll see. But they're going down. Live or Let Die. Nice. The Oakland Belligerents, they had a tough time in San Diego, but they're going to be back. The Scumbags, I don't know that team. SoCal Riot, another really good team. And the Gargoyles, I think a team out of Long Beach, are going to be attending. Again, Sofa King Good and a couple other teams have said they're going. I don't know if like Whiskey Richard or some of the other teams are going, or they might be holding back because in September, on September 15th, we're going to be having our event in Phoenix. So definitely, if you're in the West Coast area or anywhere within driving distance of San Francisco, Redwood City, definitely make it out for this event. Should be a good one. All the bars are right in Stanford, right next to Stanford's campus, so it'll be a good time. Check it out.
The West Coast has had a great schedule this year. From Best of the West to the
Yeah,
Mexico tournament to San Diego, now San Francisco and Arizona. It's been a much improved scene out there of late. I think we're going to start seeing some of these West Coast teams really catching up to the East Coast, if we haven't already.
Yeah, I think that the competition's definitely picking up, and that's what they need. And that was the number one feedback we got last year was, give us more events, we'll go to more, and we'll feel more comfortable, competing with the best of the best. And there's a big religious war on the boards of East Coast versus West Coast.
I think that's vastly overstated, as pretty much everything else on the boards is vastly overstated. It's basically just 2 people.
Very true.
Whoa.
But regardless, the feedback we got last year was more events, and we really looked at our calendar and we looked at a map, and we had a great schedule out on the East. Now we just need to work on the West. We conquered that this year, and the feedback we've gotten this year has been from the Midwest folks. So we'll see what changes for next year.
And then Alaska and Hawaii are really pissed.
I think some Midwest events would be exciting and would draw teams from all over. I mean, I think a strictly competitive tournament in a location that's cheap to fly to, has like reasonably cheap accommodations, and is centrally located. I mean, I think that's perfect. Which I think New Orleans is going to be this year. So hopefully next year we'll see some more of those, like some centrally located ones. I know we got a lot of people excited about Austin.
Yeah, a lot of folks already bought tickets to New Orleans, which I thought was genius. Because
I already bought mine.
I guess, was it Southwest? Yeah, I don't even have mine. I don't think.
JetBlue,
I do.
man.
I bought mine like 3 months ago.
Yeah, JetBlue had a great deal, or somebody had a really good deal.
I used the JetBlue points I've saved up traveling to
to
flying to 3 different tournaments this year to buy these.
See, that's what I need to do. I need to stick with an airline and then get the points, and then at the end of the year use it. But
Tell you what, man.
I go, what's the cheapest? Where can I go?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if I'm willing to pay like $75 or $100 more to fly JetBlue because I know it's going to suck less than the competition. I don't want to end up on the Continental or something that's awful. JetBlue, I know you're listening right now. I know you guys watch the show. You should think about sponsoring kickball.
My uncle flies for Continental. I resent that.
They're terrible.
So,
you should tell your uncle to start making better service because they are awful. I'm just saying. You should change that.
So some really quick things. I wanted to just do a new segment that's just highlighting some of the posts going on in the forum. If you have no idea what we're talking about, you can lurk. You're allowed to go check out the forum and see what the thoughts are. But some of the top posts right now, we're talking about obviously New York Kickball Open and also the Kickball by the Bay Classic coming up. A lot of folks are really excited about Boston as well. That's one of our new events on the East Coast.
I'm stoked.
So it'll be a good one. Also in the news on the forum, we've put a couple proposed rule changes. Again, these are for discussion only. The strikes and strike zone has been posted just to get people's thoughts. Yes, there are thoughts on the new form style. We are going to be making tweaks coming up soon. The other thing is the Brick Ad-Rock Kickball 2012 covers. There's a poll. If you haven't seen this, we're not going to show you. Actually, we have shown you. It was a 1-second clip. But there's been some really cool ESPN sports covers posted lately. Oakley, have they made one for you yet?
No, I don't think I'm going to get one. I think we should stick with the Flater one, the original. I really like that one. I actually posted that on Reddit, and
really
it got a
good.
bunch of upvotes and comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I try to post everything on Reddit. Most
So,
things don't catch, but...
Well, maybe this will. One of the posts that we posted, we just want to highlight. We posted the schedule of events for New Orleans. And so I just want to, in the next couple of weeks on the show, we're going to be highlighting the event as we get closer to November. But just really quickly, want to let you guys know, again, the Cup Championship is on Sunday at LaSalle Park. Players and fans are invited to come out. Thursday night, November 8th, we're going to be at Patios. Drink specials for all players and guests. It's free to attend. We'll probably start around 6, and we'll be there all night. It's also my birthday. So if you're not coming to New Orleans early, I invite you, and I'll buy you a shot. But you have to say you saw it on this podcast.
We'll buy you a shot, silly.
And you got to follow First2Third at Twitter. And then you can buy me like 2 in return. But Thursday night kickoff event at Patios. Friday night, we're going to have a conference that morning. You know, we make this event more than just simply show up and play an event. We're trying to better competitive kickball in this country. And one of those opportunities to take advantage of all the collective resources we have when everybody shows up in the same city. So we're going to have an event manager conference. If you are interested in running an event or assisting with an event, you can come. We're also going to work on the schedule for 2013. So you're not going to have to wait till January 4th to hear the schedule next year. We're going to probably put the entire schedule out by the end of the weekend. So that's coming up. And then Friday night, meet and greet party. Location to be announced. Free. Drink specials for all players and guests as well. So 2 events already off the bat, free. Good times. Saturday morning, Rules Summit. Again, open to all registered players. The weeks leading up to the summit, we'll post what rules we think might actually get changed, and we'll ask for heavy discussions. We basically vet the rules on the boards before we even have the rules committee look at them, and then the summit is for final discussion. We're not going to take a last-second request to change a rule, the last moment of the rules summit. Everything's going to be vetted prior to discussion. So if you think you've got a rule suggestion that should be posted and changed and tweaked for next year, post it to the forum, get feedback, build up your case, and then submit it to us, and then we'll discuss it for the Rules Summit. Also that afternoon on Saturday, 2 to 4 National Tour Awards ceremony and a Cure Search charity kickball game. So we'll be inviting a lot of folks from around the city to compete in this or to play in this. We'll have a couple kids who have cancer, have made it through cancer. Cure Search is going to be coming out there, so come out. That's also going to be where we announce all the awards for the National Tour. So best team logo, best team jersey, best play of the year caught on video, best male athlete, all the votes that we'll have posting in October. We'll hand out the awards on Saturday this year. Last year we did it in the middle of the finals, and it kind of got lost in the mix. This year we're going to make sure we get a bigger crowd. And it's walking distance from the hotel, and it's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So take a time out from drinking, come out, meet some good folks from the community, and have fun. And then
awesome.
Sunday is the tournament. We're probably going to start at 10.
Really?
We've got lights, obviously. We're looking into shuttles for everybody, so we'll let you know what's going on. But we're looking at doing it 10 o'clock, so 10, 11, 12, 1 are games, and then a break, and then top 16 advance. Or if we have more than 32 teams, maybe the top 32 advance, but we'll see. We've got 25 right now. We know 3 wildcard teams that obviously haven't signed up yet because the opening hasn't happened yet, but there's a lot of teams expressing interest from across the country that we've never heard of. So if you're watching this and you think you can compete with the best, you can qualify by applying as a wild card.
Do it.
If we're talking about top 32 advance, are we talking about 9 games to win?
We probably would, yeah. 4 in pool play and 5 to get it out. So you're definitely going to earn your $10,000 check, that's for sure.
Yeah, those teams are gonna be hurting in the finals, man.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I did not. I was hoping we'd get 32 in year one, but we were going. That was the first time we ever did it. The fact that we're talking about doing 32 teams advancing right now it's good to have this discussion. But we'll see. We want to make sure teams get at least 4 games. So we might do 3, and then everybody advances depending on the final number. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
I could see it happening, man.
But Sunday night,
shape, man.
yeah, we've had a couple teams from New Orleans who are like, hey, we just found out about you. We're in. And they're good. They're actually quality teams that travel to tournaments. They go to a lot of Musa tournaments up north. There's a lot of teams from St. Louis that want to come. We might see another, Super Dudes team from that area come down.
Hopefully more than one.
Who knows? We'll see. Yeah.
I like the teams that could play the spoiler, as long as they don't spoil my day. But that's kind of cool.
Dudes. Who will be the Super Dudes of 2012? That's the question we all want to know. I can't wait to see these guys in Arizona. They're finally going to get a tournament under their belt before New Orleans. So those guys were pretty good. I think they ran out of gas in the semis last year.
Well, I think they came up against Meatballs, and I think I remember watching the game, and I'm not saying this really, but they kind of watched Meatballs warming up, and they kind of went, whoa. And I kind of went, yeah, this is going to be interesting. But, they had a great run. Knocked out Panic, right? Was it Panic?
Yeah.
No, that was
They surprised a lot of people. But to cap it off, I'll shut my mouth. Sunday night, after party, we've rented out an entire bar on Bourbon Street, which includes a couple poles, a dance club, a private balcony area if you don't want to, or a private patio area if you don't want to dance or go crazy, you just kind of want to talk kickball. So we've got that option for you. Dance clubs, you can dance. Well, I know a lot of folks have asked for that. We have a balcony that overlooks Bourbon Street, which might include beads or not. Adrock's not here, but I'm afraid to hear what he would say. We're also going to have 7 VIP sections. So right now, the top 4 teams, you're going to have a VIP section. The top team that wins it all, not only do you get $10,000, but we're also going to give you a bottle of champagne for the night, which might get a little crazy. And then there's TVs all throughout the bar. We're going to run the This Is Kickball highlight reel expanded, so we're going to add clips from all of the events. It'll be a big video montage for the year, so it's going to be a blast. Cost will be $15. That's going to be the only social event you pay for this year. And it's drink specials. I think buy 3 for the price of 1. We'll be doing shots. We're looking at sponsors to help out with sponsored drinks. But it'll start at 9 and go till 4, 3, 5. It's new.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
bar?
It's called Bourbon Heat. I was there in September of last year. It's a lot of fun.
All right.
That's awesome. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So if you've never been to New Orleans and you don't want to do the social thing on Thursday or you don't show up till Friday, there is no party Saturday night because we respect everybody's time to prep for the game and do team dinners. We'll probably be offering a couple of suggestions for team dinners next in November as well. But Sunday night, this is the end of the national tour. This is it. We're going to crown our champions, hand out a bunch of cash, and hopefully by the end of the day, everybody will have a smile on their face, celebrating the winners with drinks or water or whatever in their hand, and then we'll all have a good weekend. It's going to be a long weekend. I'm looking forward to it, though.
Sounds like a blast, man.
But good
I'm
times.
excited.
Good time.
And we'll see who wins the New York tournament. Hawk It Up, OSC, Shower Hammers, Shockwave, who knows?
One
It's
of those
exciting.
teams has a pedigree of circuit tournament victories. Just saying. Just putting that out there.
Just put it
And if you're watching this from Virginia Beach, we just launched a league in Hampton Roads. There's a lot of feedback right now in the forums. We're listening. We're probably going to do a morning 10 a.m., 11 a.m. games. If the players want to do it, we'll do it. But people keep asking for circuit kickball in other parts of the country, and we've had some great folks step up and work for the betterment of what we're trying to do, and we're going to launch a league. So starting in September, I think right after Virginia Beach, we're going to be having games. So check it out, leagues.kickball365.com.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Well, guys, it's always a
USA.
pleasure. Good
That's
hanging out. Go USA.
Enjoyed it, Adrock. I hope you lose your softball game tonight.
Yeah, nerd.
USA.